Hey, welcome everybody back to Brick It Up. I'm Mike. I got Jim with Wolf of Bricks here, and we got some more topics for you to talk about. First one up is Jim. Can you tell me about a piece of your reselling business model, something that you're attempting to accomplish right now?
So, every year I try and look for something I could have done better, right? And this is going to sound bad. I'm really having a difficult time doing it, but no. So what I'm trying to what I'm trying to think about is I really don't regret what I've done this year in regards to buying, but something I feel that I've been left out of, and it's due to my own fault, is I did so much buying at the beginning of the year, January, February, March, when it came time for these Walmart and Target clearances. I really felt like I really was barely able to participate in it. And again, I don't necessarily regret my decisions because I know that everything I bought is going to be gangbusters whenever I sell it, right? But
Yeah.
I think, what I may do at the beginning of next year is to do my buying like I normally do, but also, set aside like a clearance fund of maybe $1,000 or $1,500. It really shouldn't be much, right? Because it's clearance.
Right.
Unless I'm going
Thing,
to hit my city and Indianapolis and
yeah.
Nashville. But, I think if I had to do this year all over again, I think I probably would have set aside clearance fund because every year I set aside my credit card bill fund, and there's no problem there. But I really didn't have enough breathing room to do the clearance buying. So I think that's what I'm going to tweak in my business model. I'm looking forward to 2022.
Okay.
So
So maybe fear. I hate to put it this way, but like the fear of loss, kind of get in there a little bit, and then you're also you almost need to cap yourself, maybe like, hey, the Q1 or something, clearance stuff, maybe put a cap because you want to buy more, but I mean, unless you got the unlimited funds, I guess we might be doing something else if we all had the unlimited funds, but have a cap to steady the purchasing throughout the year and knowing Walmart should hit,
yeah,
or Target should hit or whatever, or Amazon Day, Prime Day. Cool. That's nice.
yeah, because they say tattoos are addictive. Let me tell you, buying Lego is hyper addictive. I mean, I chat with resellers all the time, and I'm like, "You did what?" And they're showing me pictures of, pallets they just got delivered. I'm like, "Oh my gosh!" And
That's
they're
the
like,
one
"What have
thing.
you done?"
Hey man, more power to you. I guess that's another level, man. That's really cool to be able to do that, and to share that and be like, look what I did. But yeah, for me, it's similar. I got into it not long ago, and I've been buying stuff most of this year and stacking up. And when Walmart came around, man, I was so mad because I was on vacation with the wife at Jekyll Island off the Georgia coast. And I told her, I was like, never again will we be going to the beach that second week or so of July. I'm like, no, I need to be here to be able to go. I actually went to the Walmart there. I was able to buy some stuff. But for me, yeah, I mean, I'm trying to stack up and learn this game the best I can, share with other people what I'm doing. But I don't want to make impulse, dumb decisions because, hey, I went and bought this stuff. So now I need my money back. No, it's a long haul. I am
Right.
totally behind you and other people that it's a long haul game. So I'm trying to, but look at my inventory and see, well, what can I get rid of this Q4 and make some good money back to reinvest, really, is all I want to do. I want to get built up to a point where, I mean, one day it'd be great to be like full time, but that's a game plan down the road. But for now, it's really stacking that inventory and making wise decisions. Learning from others and learning how to check the data out. So that for me, it's still in that newer end of the spectrum, but really cool.
Right.
So this is one of my favorite questions that we have today. What is your favorite theme to invest in and why?
Well, for me, right now it's Duplo, and even though I'm having quite the love affair with Duplo, I don't see it lasting. And the and the reason, and don't get me wrong, I love Duplo, and I'm going to keep on buying it. But there are some Duplo sets that I'm really excited about, and then there's some Duplo sets that I'm not so excited about.
Yeah.
I don't know why that pizza stand guy. I mean,
Yeah, staring.
I'm just doing jumping jacks.
Yeah, I mean, that's a pretty solid set for $10.
Yeah, I think it's great. And there's some other sets, but interesting enough, I could be wrong with what I'm about to say, but I think because architecture has not been putting out a lot of sets, there has been a lot less chatter than there was a year ago, right? So I
Yes.
really don't see a lot of people talking about Duplo. I'm sure they're buying it, right?
Oh yeah, the kits. Somebody's buying it.
Right. But that Taj Mahal, man, that's a beautiful set. And
Mhm.
so, everybody's going for one thing, whether it's the Mandalorians, all that other stuff. And
Yeah.
I'm starting to look back at architecture again, and we'll see what happens. How about yourself?
Yeah, no, I like your thoughts on the Duplo. You kind of originally made me look more into it, and then when you look at the data, I'm like I said earlier or in the last video, that the numbers don't lie. Um, and like some of those Batman Duplo ones, it's like it's crazy what they can do. But I've looked at, I thought about getting a few of them to see how they would do, because there's these little Elsa $16 ones. I got one for my daughter, but it's like, is it worth it? I guess if I'm buying some, but I want to get on that scale of buying a lot more. But some of these Disney themes and the Duplo, I think, would do good. There's a Spider-Man one that's currently being sold that might. One thing I need to get into that I'm trying to look more into is the architecture. I don't have the. I can look at the numbers, but I don't have any of them yet. Don't know a whole lot about them, but I'm not the type to be like, well, I don't know about it, so I'm not going to check into it. I mean, I clearly am doing that with the Minecraft. I've learned from other people, and people are like, they're good set. So still being on that newer end of the spectrum for me, like, I'm looking at a lot of the speed champions, things that I can get fairly inexpensive. I'm not trying to drop $200 on tree houses or $100 on whatever, right? Like, I like your little motto of, call it the $70 price point or whatever, and then say you get it for 58 or whatever, 20% off, and then stack discounts. Anywho, but man, I have this. I think it's because I'm a collector. Like, I can't. I still love Star Wars, but then I know that a lot of people are looking at Star Wars. But I mean, it's also a lot of people are doing it, but then a lot of people are going to get it and try to get rid of it quick. And I know I need to have patience, and I'll get good returns on it at some point. But there's just so many of these Star Wars sets. I mean, like this one right here, dude. You tell me if I'm wrong. This may be my favorite set out of them all. I think it's because I'm biased and I love Star Wars and Mandalorian. But this Target exclusive here, the Armorer set.
Yeah.
I think this thing's gonna kill it. I mean, it's got the Armorer and Paz Vizsla that. I don't know if they may be in another set. If they do, then darn, they might screw it up.
Right.
But just certain sets like that, I think will do really well once they retire. This meditation chamber, yes, I got the live stuff for you, dude. Those two are my favorite, and then, like I said, the Boba Fett Starship. But
it's money,
right? So they're appealing to and I mean, they put 18 plus on whatever, right? Like, if a kid wants it, a kid wants it, right? Like, I get it, but like, it appeals to me. Like, I got my little Batman thing back here. Like, this stuff appeals to me for sure. I just think that those sets are going to do really good. And then the more I learn, I'm hoping that these Minecraft sets, or let me correct myself. I know they're going to do well because I've looked into it and learned from all you guys. I'm just very excited to when that actually comes to fruition soon. But I mean, not knowing about architecture, still learning about a lot of this stuff, and friends and whatnot, and all the things that are available. And these Disney ones, you got the Elsa's Palace and all these. Now they got another 4+ version. I'm like, we just stop making extra versions of it so we can sell them the $180 one. But I think these they'll still do really well. But yeah, my bias goes to the Star Wars because I just love Star Wars and love the Star Wars theme, and they continue to crush it, and I know it'll still do well. Will it be the top performing? But I'm gonna say
right. Right.
So one more question today, Jim. What was the last set that you built? Why? What did you like about it?
So I'm currently building with my son the new $40 Batman tumbler, and he loves Minecraft. So I was Oh my gosh.
dude. I got props over here, man. For real. I don't want to cut you off. That's another one that I think this season will be great. Anyway, forgive me. Love that set, man. It's great.
Right. And so we just got done finishing bag 2, and we're probably going to finish bag 3 today. And I don't know what you do, but my number one job as a dad is torturing my children psychologically. And so what I'll do is
I have 2 girls. They torture me psychologically, bro. I'm outnumbered. Everybody's like, "You got 3 women." I'm like, "Yeah,
wow.
I just survived."
And so what I'll do is I'll pull out that $40 tumbler, and my son's 5, and I'll say, "Oh, sorry, son, it says for 8+," and then
Right.
and then like he's not sure if I'm messing with him, and of course I am. And so, but yeah, we just got done with bag 2 of the tumbler, and it's a cool build. I mean, you could see right away I'm as I'm doing it, like I'm into it. And the interesting thing for me is what sets that I build that I'm not interested in. Like, so just as an example, my son one time said, "Hey, let's build this one set," and he's pointing at it, and it's the Architecture London set. And I said, "Okay, let's do that." So I'm putting it together, and halfway through this, I was like, "This is like the most boring set I've ever put together." And and my son, by this time, he's already in the basement playing his Nintendo Switch, and I'm like, "You're the one that made me do this. Like, we gotta finish this." And so he's putting together Minecraft sets and wanting me to help him, and I'm trying. But let me tell you, putting together a Minecraft set isn't as bad as the Architecture London set, but it's a close second. But the new Tumblr set is, I mean, it's just a really satisfying build, and I can't wait till it's done. How about yourself? Was the Tumblr the last set for you too, or
Actually, no. What was it? I got it back here somewhere. The little I built the Santa slave. Somebody on my channel was like, "Hey, would you build that? And can you put the 8 right in there together?" I was like, "All right, sure, I'll
right?
make a little video." So I actually built that the other day. That was the most previous one, and I actually built this little bat wing, which $200 set, awesome set, flimsy. Like that was my first.
Is it?
Kind of like the tail part. These tail pieces will fall. I don't know. Like maybe I'm just too rough with it, and I'm actually been working through. So I like those the mosaics. I can't remember if you said what is your thoughts on that? I felt like you said you are or not. You don't like the mosaics. Like I think that they would do well. I could be wrong, but for like an adult collector, I can't remember if you said you like them or not.
You're talking about the Lego art?
Like, yeah, the art. There we go. Like the Iron Man or the Batman, or you said you like what, the Beatles or something.
I love the Beatles. I think it's
like
a great idea that you're able to do 4 Beatles in one set.
So you don't like dude. I love I got Darth Maul, but I'm gonna buy 2 more, and I'm gonna make that big tall Vader and hang it up in here. But currently, I got the Iron Mans, and I haven't ever built one, so I've only done one square of 27. But I'm gonna make the long one where he's got his arms extended out for all 3 mosaics to hang on the wall. But that's a project. I'm like, those studs take forever.
Right. Now doing it that way, I think is great as a builder. Now, as a reseller, like I just don't see that Marilyn I was gonna say Marilyn Manson, Marilyn Monroe. Like I'm like, really? Like
I think the Sith one will do good, but the dang thing is that it will not drop in price. I think I've seen maybe a few dollars off here and there, maybe on Walmart or Amazon. Now the Iron Man one steadily has been at like 99, so that's you get $20 off there. But personally, I would think the Sith one would do better. People like Iron Man. Obviously, I like Iron Man, whatever. But
so there is an art set I'm looking forward to next year, and gosh, I just hope they do it right. If they don't do it right, I'm probably never going to talk about Lego art again. So they're coming out with a Joker set.
Really, I was wondering if there was a Batman one. I haven't heard about Joker.
And I said back on another channel that like 6 months ago that I think they should do a Joker set, but have one where it's similar to the Beatles, where you could do Joaquin Phoenix, Jack Nicholson.
Oh, yeah.
That would right. And the one from The Dark Knight, right? And so if they're able to do that, dude, I am all in it.
Yeah. I was just thinking about Jack Nicholson, but Nicholson. Now I'm getting the golfers. I always do that. Whichever one, the actor one.
Right.
Yeah, I didn't think about that having like different, different actors. What's the other one? Heath Ledger.
Heath Ledger.
Wow,
Yes.
man. Yeah, I guess nobody likes the Jared Leto one, but that's funny. Oh no, that would be great. I mean, I like them. I just think they look cool. I'm not like a big art person. I mean, I got nothing against it. I just, some of it's super expensive, but
right.
For me, like Lego art, I'm like, pretty cool. But yeah, that's going to be a project. I've literally done one square, and I mean, to do all of them, it's what 27 squares. I'm like, oh, I'll just get it done eventually. But yeah, I think I'm gonna do the Boba Fett starship next. I've been putting all these I need to do the armor and all that stuff. But one other one. What are your thoughts on these? This is kind of more. I had a couple of things like what when it comes to this stuff, the busts or the helmets or whatever. Like, dude, I love this. I haven't built this one, man. I clearly got it, but
I think they're great
on that stuff? Because I know some people were chattering. I was looking in the Facebook page last night. I think somebody was all like, I don't like the thigh helmet. And I'm like, it did pretty good, I think, last season or whatever. I mean, that's a Target exclusive, but.
Let me tell you, Lego is not going to be making sets like that forever. And I would not be surprised if they stopped. Eventually you're going to run out of ideas unless there's more. I mean, and Marvel, for the most part, has, they did their big, Avengers stuff. Now it's like it's the JV Marvel people. Right? I'm just saying, like I saw this trailer for this new Marvel movie. I forget what it's called. Yeah, I'm like, no.
See, I'm such a dork, man. I'm texting my buddies last night, like, are we going to go see it this weekend? I got two guys. We go see all these movies, dude. It might suck. I'm just one of those, like, if it's Batman or whatever, DC or Marvel or Star Wars, it could be the dang torture to watch it. I'm gonna pay the money and go see it, and find out for myself. But,
right. So I think those sets are great. I mean, the Gauntlet, like, who would have thought that Lego was going to produce something like that? I mean, that's amazing. And I mean, the TIE Fighter helmet pilot? I mean, such a cool set.
Yeah, I was gonna say I got each of those back here, and I recently built this one that I don't feel like people. I like it. I mean, the Iron Man one's kind of neat, but I still got the Venom, and then I know you've spoken about the Carnage. I got those. I haven't built them yet. I'll get them. I might get a shelf and put all the ones I have. I think that Carnage will do. I think they'll all do well. Some do better than others, and then you got like Darth Vader, but it's like they've already had one. I would think the newer one would maybe do better. I could be wrong because some people want the vintage look, but the way they built the new one to me looks better. But then it's Darth Vader. There may be another one in 4 or 5 years or something. So it's like, which ones to invest in if you want? The TIE Fighter seems to be a very popular one. I mean, and then Boba Fett, I would assume, but I don't know.
Well, I think what's going on? They're doing a Mandalorian helmet next year.
Yeah, the pictures that people have showed. I mean, I assume it's going to look just like the Boba Fett one that I got back here, but gray or silver, and
right.
I guess you can't really make it much different looking. It is what it is. But they're showing they're going to have like a Luke Skywalker one, and I'm like, the initial pictures I've seen, I'm like, it looks like might as well make a Chucky doll, man. It looks terrible, but doesn't mean that it won't be. I'm still going to buy it because I'm that person. Right. Like the Luke's land speeder, if they're having a UCS version, I'm like, oh God, it's just. But I'll still buy it because this is how I am. But all right, everybody, that's going to do it for Brick It Up episode 2. I'm Mike with Dead Brickin'. I got my buddy here, Jim with Wolf of Bricks. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to our channels. We truly appreciate it. Helps us get out our information. Until next time.
Take care.